Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be the second set between Kal and Jangbi on Zodiac, part of the MSL Season 4 SemiFinal. Yeah, I know I haven't done a lot of Pro League matches in a while. I'll try to get basically a lot out right now. I have a couple more things coming up as far as non-Korean, and I know some people prefer that, but honestly I want to highlight kind of the foreigner community as well to kind of raise it up as best as possible. But yeah, and I've been really bogged down. It takes a lot of time to do these commentaries, believe it or not. Off the replays, it takes especially long because there's just a lot of extra processing steps, and I've been kind of holding out because there's a program coming up that someone's at SC2GG setting up for me that'll hopefully let me get this done a lot faster. Until then, though, it's still going to take me a while to get these out. I'll try to get some of the backlog. Basically, I want to cover all of the OSL and the MSL this season. Next season, I'm going to rely a lot on Rise and a couple of the other commentators. I think I had Rise. He's been doing a fantastic job on a lot of the Survivor series. So if you go to Survivor, I know Cyreaver's also been doing some games here and there. Greth also commentating some games, but I think his forte is definitely comedy. Let me get out some of the positions here. 9 o'clock we have Kal, 6 o'clock we have Jangbi, and also GSI starting in 40 minutes. If you haven't watched it already, go to gsi.gomtv.com. Sucks for you that you didn't see it live. Tasteless doesn't have some advantages that Moltrap and I have. If we screw up, usually we do commentary the first time through straight through. But every once in a while, if we botch it like really bad, like we go, like vomit in the middle of the commentary or something like that, we can stop and we can redo it. Tasteless doesn't have that advantage, and also, generally when we're looking at the or I guess I should say this is a video file, we can see when the time is going to end. We know generally when the end of the match is coming up. I try not to look at it. In fact, sometimes I'll put like a little piece of black tape, electrical tape or something like that right there where the timer is, so I don't know when it's going to end. But every once in a while it's hard to, you just look at it. So try to make the calls, but he makes the calls immediately, and also he's a lot better than Moltrap and I. He's just played at a very high level for a lot longer period of time. 6 o'clock position looks like Jangbi is going for a pretty standard gas build. Anyway, point being, what I'm getting at is he's an awesome commentator. Check him out, support him, especially because that's one of the shots for basically getting esports out there, and I'm really excited about this. We'll see if there's any cheese going on past this, because really you can get that ramp block off a lot more effectively than you can in a 1 versus 1 map. When you have that 4 spawns, you got to scout a lot further out, so I think it opens up opportunities for cheese. In such a large map like Zodiac, I think it also opens up opportunities in that regard. Looks like Probe's passing in the night though, so they're probably going to scout across each other about the same time. Looks like Jangbi decided to scout clockwise. Unfortunately, he sent the scout later. Jangbi's just going to go cross position here, and it looks like he's going to come across Jangbi's base right after. Actually, no, it looks like, I'm sorry, he went counterclockwise, so we'll see. Single zealot being produced, and it looks like it's going to head right immediately into Kal's base. Game 1 was, man, it was just so razor thin. It just shows you at that high a level the difference just between little mistakes, just kind of certain things like Kal, just a little bit of micromanagement, nervousness. I think he also was going into Jangbi's hold position. Looks like he's putting that second gateway down, so I think Jangbi's thinking about some higher tech, maybe thinking about a new expansion where that second gateway is going down for Kal. So it looks like Kal might be thinking about ending this a little early. Almost got that Dragoon out to stop the spot. He is going to be able to stop the spot though. He's not going to see that second gateway. He's only going to assume that there's a single gateway down. Well, he's not going to assume it. He's only going to see that single gateway. So taking care of that spot very quickly. Jangbi, however, obviously going to be able to stop the spot as well. Getting that gateway down now as well. Significantly later, but not enough, I really feel like, to make a difference. He's upgrading Dragoon range in the meantime. Dragoon range, I should say, and it doesn't look like Dragoon range is going in the meantime yeah, I was about to say, it doesn't look like Dragoon range is upgrading, which suggests to me we're going to see some sort of clever tech build, and looks like we are in fact seeing a clever tech build in the meantime from Kal. So even though he put that gateway down quickly, did not spend the gas on the Goon upgrade range, I should say, and is instead, unfortunately, it looks like Jangbi is going to push up, and I think when he sees, I guess actually no, the timing would be off on that. So we'll see if he pushes up a unit fast enough to see that the Dragoon range hasn't been upgraded yet, and you really be able to see that by that cybernetic score stopping on Jangbi's part. If he throws in a Zealot or a Dragoon and realizes, wait, that range was too short, he's going to see the cheese coming. He's going to realize that there's a quick drop on his base, and we'll see what Kal decides to go with. I'm going to assume Dark Templar at this point, simply because that's generally what you want to work with. So there's going to be opportunity for Jangbi to kind of scout this out. We'll see if Kal is able to pull it out in time. And it looks like Kal's starting to move out with those 2 Dragoons and the single Zealot. And without the range upgrade, it's going to be actually a little bit difficult for Kal to hold this off. Little things like range upgrade can make a big difference in Protoss versus Protoss fights, especially at this level. Looks like he's putting down an observatory instead of anything else, and now getting the range upgrade. Interesting. So I guess he felt like Jangbi might be doing a really quick Dark Templar rush. That's interesting maneuver. I'm surprised by that, honestly. We'll see what Jangbi's up to in the meantime. But putting down the observatory, maybe he's producing the drop shuttle alongside. We'll see. Robotics facility now going down much later for Jangbi, so maybe he'll slot a zealot in the back door. I don't know. He's got 6 zealots out, only putting 6 zealots at the front, or 6 dragoons out, only putting 3 dragoons at the front door to not kind of reveal the size of his force. And I guess he's just going to plop some dragoons in the back door and try to disrupt some economy there. Interestingly enough, so and now putting down the robotics facility actually. So this Reaver is actually going to come out much later than. I guess he just wanted to cover all his bases, and that's a little bit conservative on his part, and I feel because of that conservative maneuver, I think he might end up, I don't think this drop will be as effective, putting a pylon down at that corner. So, and now you see those pylons out for Jangbi, so Jangbi's going to be able to react to this drop a little bit faster than he would have been able to otherwise. An observer going out, so I guess Kal just wants to make sure that his bases are covered. I'm sorry if I keep mixing up the player names, so it's going to be 2 Zealots and Reaver here, it looks like, and that now we're upgrading range, and Jangbi still hasn't thrown a unit into Kal's forces to realize that range upgrade has not been finished yet. That observer now pushing in. I guess he just wanted to scope out the base to make sure that there wasn't any cannon down, there wasn't anything down. And as soon as this Reaver is produced, basically he's going to have a really good shot, looks like, at that secondary. So timing not hurting him at all. Putting down the secondary now, and we'll see if Kal decides to do the same. Going to be a little bit behind, obviously, because he, again, is producing a different unit set. It's a little bit ahead technologically. Loading up the Reaver now, and we'll see how successful this attack is. If it's successful enough, this could be the deciding factor in the game. Now pushing up with that shuttle, and as well as the Dragoons, actually, it looks like he's just going to go for a killing blow here. I'm not sure that the range upgrade is going to be... well, I'm sorry, the range upgrade will be finished in time. Robotics support bay in the background now for Jangbi as well. So Kal, spotting the situation out, realizes that fast expansion has been put down, is going to use the Reaver alongside his Dragoon force and try to out-micro Jangbi, basically get a couple extra Reaver hits. And now pushing in, getting that Reaver down. It's just going to be a lot of micromanagement here. Jangbi in a little bit of trouble here. That looks like that Reaver was taken out rather rapidly. Exactly what Jangbi needed to do to kind of fight this off. Canceling that Nexus, now pushing back, so he's definitely going to be behind as far at least 400 units worth of count. Pushing on the ramp, and let's see if he can get that ramp. He does have 2 Zealots up there, so Jangbi can't hold it. So Kal's going to able to break through the front, bring some probes off the line to fight. And it looks like Kal might be able to pull this out right here. Probes fighting, didn't look like he directing a little bit too closely, just wanted to get that ramp block off. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, and there's only a single pylon down. If that single pylon goes down, and more probes coming off the front, it looks like those probes were actually initially being transferred. A Reaver going out, but the Reaver right there. Bad positioning. That was just unfortunate for Jangbi, and it looks like this is probably going to be GG. Yeah, GG right there. Wow, brilliant maneuver by Kal, striking killer blow, and really no mistakes there. Lost that Reaver in the initial push, but wow, beautiful maneuver. Got that. I take it back. That observer paid off for him. He went up. He pushed the observer. He saw that the few units were being produced. Realized the secondary was going down. Just delivered a killing blow right there. Brilliant tactic and beautiful execution by Kal. Looking like someone that deserves to go into the finals right there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. A really quick but excellent match between Kal and Jangbi. Going on to set